JPlay Videos Inc. Company YouTube 2017. Here we go. Welcome everybody. This is Jason, and also welcome to Wastland 2: The Director's Cut. So basically, if you don't know, Wastland is like the predecessor to the entire Fallout series. It's a very long, complicated story, my children. So sit down with your cups of hot cocoa or whatever shit. And sit down while old grandpa tells you a story, okay? The mystic place that was the 90s and early 2000s, there was a little studio called In Exile Entertainment, and I believe In Exile made the very first Wasteland. Now, I said it was the predecessor to the Fallout series, and here's why. Now, this is where it gets kind of foggy for me, I'm not sure, but ZeniMax, which you probably are more familiar with making, I believe it was, they had a part in Fallout 3, and they also helped make New Vegas, I believe, but that was mostly Obsidian, and I think Bethesda was a producer on New Vegas, but, and 3. But anyway, so, ZeniMax either bought the Wasteland license for Wasteland, the series, and changed the name to Fallout, or they just piggybacked off the idea and made Fallout, you know, basically Wasteland, but they named it Fallout and changed the story and a lot of the story arc and characters, made it their own kind of post-apocalyptic genre thing. So basically, In Exile Entertainment, I think, went bankrupt, and they, after Wasteland 2, which wasn't as popular because, you know, the Fallout series became much more successful, and even to this day is like a freaking massive blockbuster, while the original series that was ripped off of is really undermined. Nobody really knows about Wasteland at all. It's mostly a PC gaming community thing at this point. But it's come to consoles on the PS4 now, actually a little while ago, and I have it, and we're gonna play it. And so basically, last portion of the history here. I just find it interesting, so I want to properly inform you guys. So this game took, I think, like 20 years to remaster. They made the second one. It took like 20 years of crowdfunding to make this again, which it cost a couple million in crowdfunding. So, you know, In Exile Studios was like, hey, you know, give us some money, we'll make this game for you, we'll remaster it, and they did. So we'll just jump into it and see what it has to offer. I've already played a little bit of it. As you can see, that's already a story thing that Fallout has ripped off of, the whole Children of Adam. Very similar to the Children of Adam in this game. Sorry for the squeakiness. I have boots on right now, and my coffee table's like squeaky with them. Okay, I was playing this earlier, and I freaking... Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. My bad. I already made a preset squad, but my recordings, which I had about, I don't know, an hour of recording, my recordings were starting to get weird because they were echoing, and I was trying to figure out a way to fix that, and I did. But obviously all that was useless, so now we're just restarting. I'll tell you what, I'm going to walk you through making one person, just so I can show you. The first guy I made was going to be No Man, and as you can see from the picture, it's kind of a Clint Wood-esque. If you've ever seen the movie Fistful of Dollars, it's like the guy in the picture is just like that dude, which apparently doesn't have a name. Noman was the name of Odysseus when he came back home and found that his wife had like a million dudes trying to like fuck her and stuff. It's complicated, but it's an interesting story. That was something I learned through public education. Public education. Okay, let's just get the right hat. That's the right hat. Face, nope, that was not cool. Why did I do that? There we go. Head. Have a mustache. Yeah. You can also have him have an eye patch. That's even better. That's even better. Okay. Give him that poncho. Yeah. Little backpack. Gotta have spurs. That's a requirement for. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we have that done, and if you didn't notice before that, you can even add a biography, which you can type up an entire backstory on your character. That's how in-depth this game is. So, character point customization, as you can see, is a lot like Fallout New Vegas and like Fallout 3, 2 in a way. Not so much like Fallout 4. They really put it by the wayside. So, what stats you decide to put in your characters are vital. So we're gonna put his into. Whoops, didn't mean that. We're gonna put his into awareness and charisma. As for these skills, we're going to have him. He's going to be the leader of the group. He is going to have, obviously, leadership. And we'll make him a hard ass because he's cool like that. And perceptive. He's going to be very perceptive. Now, quirks are kind of funny. They're like double-edged sword kind of deals where you get one benefit and one disadvantage per each quirk, which I think you can only have one per character. For example, animal husbandry. The story behind that is you grew up on a farm and learned to tend to the animals there. You showered them with care and compassion, keeping them well groomed, and they brought you much joy in return. Life was good. And each one of these has their own thing, like no longer in party due to no work error. Okay. Like this one, dyspareumerophobia. For thousands of years, people around the globe held in superstition that certain numbers were lucky and others unlucky. Unfortunately for you, it turns out they were right. +2 to all attributes on even-numbered character levels. -2 to all numbers on odd-numbered character levels. So that's interesting. So let's see here. We're just gonna make him. I gave him the asshole one, I think. There we go. So, bada boom, we have one character done. I'm going to go ahead and make the rest to save some time, and I will get back to you in a jiffy, in like jiffy lickety split. And we're back. So we have Noman, we have Dr. Jim Bradley, we have Eli, and we have Jade. You already know about Noman, the usual role for a Clint Eastwood character, and he's the leader of the group. Dr. Jim Bradley is a, for lack of better words, and pardon my French, the pussy of the group. He faints all the time in combat, but he's very good. He's our field surgeon and medic, so that's his thing. He's also a 10 in intelligence, so he's basically Einstein. Eli, have you ever seen the movie The Book of Eli? Well, that's what I based him off of, kinda. He's high perception-ish. He's an outdoorsman, and but I mean, beside the fact that he's also kind of a mystic in his role here. And he has animal husbandry, which means he's especially successful in making animals, taming animals, but the drawbacks of that are unknown, so that should be interesting. And finally, Jade, who is the designated repairman of the group, or repairwoman rather, I guess. And also she's an alcoholic and pretty jaded, hence the name Jade. So that's our squad, our fam, whatever you choose to refer to it as. Those are the 4 people that I will be controlling simultaneously throughout the whole game. I guess that's good. Yeah, we'll just get into it. Should be good. I play on Rookie because I played on Rookie before, and it's freaking it gets difficult even on Rookie, even on the hard. I know I'm that much of a noob. Don't yell at me. It gets difficult. This is they made a cutscene for this game. The beginning, the intro, very, very well done. I mean, you'll see there's a little segment after the credits here in a minute. It's like a box inlay shot of actual military footage that and then there's the full screen video, which isn't real. It's just staged, obviously. But the first couple clips you see are actual testing footage. I don't think it was Castle Bravo. All I know is they did testing the first nuclear bombs in Arizona. I think it was Trinity. And it's so good it makes the game kind of pale in comparison. The only thing necessary to drive the evil is that good men do nothing. Obviously not General Vargas.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone.
All that was real footage, all this isn't. Right here.
They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world.
How crisp that shit looks.
Whichever,
beautiful.
It came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals.
Yummy.
They've been living with the fallout ever since.
His teeth are white.
Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that,
Game that looks this
they
crisp.
earned a new name. A proud name. The Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless.
Look at how
And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten.
That's General Vargas. That dude. ZZ Top looking.
Nor will he have ever died in vain. Or unavenged.
Died in desert rain. As you can see, very, very beautiful little intro there. And the rest of the game kind of falls in comparison.
Thank you, recruits.
It's an acquired taste, but I do like this game. And there's a lot of reading in this game, so I'll probably just be reading a lot of this briefing shit. And also, I guess I might as well just voice over. Your characters don't do voice dialogue in this. It's more of a standard RPG, like the first couple Fallouts on the consoles, and obviously the whole PC shit too. Your character, the protagonists, aren't voiced. So, a stiff, bearded, older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the barrel. He's kind of a freaky dude with a beard. It's easy top. Likes to drink. That kind of shit.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger.
Okay, so as you can see, there aren't always two. Sometimes there's like that entire row of things, and then a whole other row. It's like ridiculous, and the dialogue can go on forever. So, yeah, I'll just voice over this. Let's see, this dude's like Clint Eastwood, right? So I gotta sound like Clint Eastwood. I try to do it to fit the role. Happy to be given the opportunity, sir, but are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got one ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
What's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Okay, and I might be a little out of sync with what's going on in the game audio-wise, because there's an echo problem when you're recording live. Well, not really recording live, but when you're recording gameplay for the PlayStation through headphones and also listening to the game through headphones simultaneously. If the volume on your headphones for the game is up too high, it actually will echo the audio into the game from the game and then into your recording over the audio that's already there, and there'll be a little bit of delay, so you get an echo, and it's freaking annoying, and that's what ruined the first capture session I did earlier today. So I'm gonna have to turn it up here in a little bit and just kind of play it out. That's why there's all this text though, because you can read it anyway. Well, not because you get echo in your recording, but just because it's helpful. Because I can't say goodbye without. Well, this is what happens when you try to say goodbye right here.
Where the heck do you think you're going, recruits? I know you're eager to get out into the field, but I haven't told you where you're heading yet. Now settle in and listen. The place where Ace was found is about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map. You'll start your search for the repeaters in the logbook there.
Gabish. That's friend day.
There.
Okay,
Good luck
we're
out
good.
there, recruits.
Leave us, just let us go. We're all good now. Okay, okay. A quick save real quick. Okay. Just gonna turn up my volume a little bit. Might stop the recording for a sec. We'll just pick it back up here in just a second. Yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, that didn't actually pause the recording. My bad. We're good. Had to resync it there. Grab a shovel. That's one of the first things I have to suggest to you in this game. If you ever play it, get a fucking shovel. It's worth its weight in gold, especially in the beginning, because that's the only way you're gonna get anything. As you can see, though, this is a top-down game, kind of like the original Fallouts and stuff. So it is. I'm gonna keep saying this. It's an acquired taste. It's what it lacks in the cosmetic kind of, and it's not a bad-looking game. Like, it's pretty in its own way. Oh shit,
hey,
this is gonna be.
Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think
Sure,
there's some
Rook.
water in there.
Sure thing, Rook. Ah, what the?
He headbutted you right in the butt.
You son of a bitch! I'm gonna kill this goat. I don't even care. You think I care? Watch this. I don't care.
Why would you do that? I love that goat. You're jerks.
Ah, shit. That's what you get, dude. Keep your goats on a leash, dude. Who do you think you are, letting your goat walk around kick people? I probably shouldn't have done that. I feel bad now. That's probably not nice. It's probably one of the few things that he has in his life. Like, he probably isn't very successful. Rook isn't very successful with the ladies, you see. So he probably just like goat. I'm not gonna search around everywhere. Forgive me for not being so thorough. I already searched everywhere in this base in my first recording session, and I can't. I don't have the enthusiasm to do it again. So basically, what we have to do now is you might have heard it already. Get the radio repeaters from Ace's grave. Freaking
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
gotta get that Millman. This is Ranger Team Echo.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. Also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. If you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find.
You got it,
Remember,
boss.
Your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that station. 10-4, Echo 1.
Roger,
Carry on.
Dodger.
Ranger Command.
Okay, so as you can see, exploring in this game is not like freaking exploring an open world in Fallout. You know, it's kind of weird. It really is a weird thing that they did this, but it was an under budget game, so like it was a game that didn't have a lot in terms of budget. I think most of the budget probably went to recording that video you see at the beginning of the game, which this game costs I think it was like 2 million or 20 million. Games are expensive to make, but they use Unity, I think, and you could actually, if you really wanted to, you can go get the Unity engine off their site, and it's free.
Roger that,
Okay.
Echo 1. When you reach the area where Ace's body was found, give it a good going over. The folks that picked him up said it looked like he crawled there. Maybe you can find some tracks leading to where he was attacked. Copy?
Cappy. Roger Dodger, Captain. Cap with like with like a, I don't even know what it's called. Is it an apostrophe or it's not a comma? And then like an N. I'm just gonna follow the blood trails. Nothing can go wrong here. Sure.
If you want to play in our backyard, you gotta pay. 15 scrap, or we'll break your faces. And my dog will eat your corpses.
This guy's like a romantic. He's like, hey there, little mama, wanna come with me? I'll break your face and feed you to my dogs. Well, I mean, because this dude's like a dick, we're gonna be a dick to him, right? So, Clint Eastwood-esque dude's gonna be like, sure, let's do this. And After we're done kicking your asses, we're gonna eat what's left of your dog.
You're insane. What the hell is wrong with you? Just go on through, you sick bastard.
That's fucked up. You gotta stand your ground, right? You gotta show him who's boss. You gotta show him what's what. That's why I love this game. Uh-oh.
So let me tell you Matthias's law, friends. Matthias's law is vengeance. And soon, Matthias's law will stretch all the way to Arizona and kill those so-called upholders of justice, the Desert Rangers.
Well, that wasn't edgy or weird at all. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different factions in this game, and ooh, what do we got here? The leg is made of plastic and metal, scuffed and dented from hard use and badly mangled at the severed knee joint. It looks as though it was removed from the rest of the body by a shotgun blast. Interesting. It's a robot leg. My question is, why is it sitting in a puddle of blood if it's a robot? This is just like red oil or something. It's probably Ace, bleeding all over the place like a jerk. Getting blood all over the upholstery and whatever. So, you know, there's a lot of curtains out here in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, nice. Dr. Jim Bradley will gladly take that. Yeah, it seems like a formidable weapon. I guess I'll give that to this dude. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think there's weapon deterioration in this too. Another thing that is like touched upon in like New Vegas and Fallout 3. Your weapons can deteriorate. Not in Fallout 4 though. Okay. I'm gonna have this dude go ahead because I think there's a frog up here and he's an animal whisperer. So let's see. Come here, little frog. I only want to talk to you. Why is this impossible? That means we're gonna have to attack this mofo. I don't want to do that. Look at him. Look at his beady, innocent eyes. He would never do. Oh shit! I take that back. He needs to die. We're doing like. There we go. There we go. And he's dead. We killed the frog. Call the animal abuse hotline. Do what you want, but we did it. Boy. Okay. Little stick. Why not? Fly wings, yummy. A members only jacket. Not much remains of this cinnamon colored jacket beyond scraps of cloth. Miraculously, the same tag has survived years of abuse. This particular item belonged to someone only known as members only. Seems cool. Toad stew is good eating. I bet. That's like usually what I have on the weekend. Just some toad stew. There we go. Okay. Quick save real quick. Okie dokie. Good, we got the repeater unit. Some sort of logbook page. Let's look at that. This page is almost entirely covered with dried blood, making even the date illegible. But one line can still be made out. Who is Matthias? That is everyone's question. Nobody knows. He's just a dude. Just a dude on the internet. I mean, the radio. Nomad. Rail Nomads camp. Huh. Well, we discovered a new place. Lodged inside the chest cavity, you notice a cylindrical object giving off a faint blue glow. Might be a power source. It'll take some advanced knowledge of electrical engineering, but you could try to retrieve it. Okay. Really, nobody in the team has can disassemble a highly advanced synthetic. Let's just heal this dude up. Frog took a toll on him, unfortunately. No, it seems like a little pocket med pack does a lot, but really it does not do a lot when you get like higher in levels, because we have like 1 health bar and it like doubles every time you level up almost. Well, maybe not doubles, that's a bit much, but it definitely goes up. Ah, you dumbass frog. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya, am I right guys? I I am right. But I think we're gonna wrap the video up here, and the next video will be a lot more fun for me and you, because then that's when stuff gets interesting. You see, this game has a very high emphasis on decision making, and you'll notice that as the game progresses, the decisions you make have a much more wide impact. So, for example, you have to make a decision here. I'll show you in the next video. You have to choose to either save the ag center, which is like overrun by plants and flying insects and shit that are like mutated, or save Hypole from a raider attack, which is a town that's obviously being attacked by raiders. And how you deal with that situation will like determine how everyone else reacts to you after that. So like hey, it's the heroes of Hypole, or you're like, hey, that was my uncle that lived in the ag center and you let him die, or vice versa and shit. So it's very cool. Overall, what I'd have to say about this game is what it lacks in the, like I said, the cosmetic appeal. It makes up for in story and just the environment that you play in. It's a role play. It's like a true role playing game, in my opinion. It's kind of it's definitely a dying breed, if not almost a dead breed, of games. And I don't know, it really hosts its own certain charm to it, in my opinion. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions or whatever, or criticisms, just make sure they're delicately written, because I cry easily. I will cry tears on my equipment, grow a beard, and I'll beg on the street for money, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, so don't do that. Okay, so just keep it friendly and classy and sexy cool in the comments below. And if you liked the video, you know what to do. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.